Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for another energy and guidance reading. And today's reading I consider to be timeless. It's whenever this reading reaches you, that is when you're meant to get the message. Although today is March 9th, 2020, and I am using the Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell. And let's get started. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers, the highest good of all. And you can use this as a pick a card 1, 2, or 3, or a blended reading of all 3 cards. Okay, and card number 1, Mirror. Okay, and Mirror says, who or what is triggering you? Oh boy. And on the full moon, right? Today's the full moon. Doesn't take much to trigger people. I believe the full moon affects me the day before. And then usually it's downhill from here. It's more easy energy to deal with. But up to the day before the full moon, it could be very exhausting. Especially when you're tired, you're easily triggered. So you want to be sure that, whatever's triggering you is dealt with. And it's not easy. Believe me, it is not easy, because there are people out there that will press your buttons, okay? And you want to make sure that you remain cool, calm, and collected. Otherwise, mirroring or matching someone's emotions or allowing them, to trigger you is only going to make things worse. So you want to make sure that, you're in control when this is happening, or when you're around specific people that are always bringing drama. Those are the ones that trigger you the most, because they want to get a reaction out of you. That's exactly, what it is. They want to get a reaction. They feed off stuff like that. So you want to make sure that you're not, allowing yourself to get triggered. And, finding out what triggers us the most, okay, and working on that is going to be more power to you, because you cannot allow yourself to feel triggered by anyone or anything, because when you do, you're actually giving your power to whoever or whatever is triggering you. And it says the filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time. Through our own projections, when someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Exactly. Often it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing the parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are triggering in you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you, or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those who we admire and put on a pedestal. If we do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those we despise, are envious of, and put down. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, then it is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. So, yes, take some time out when you get triggered and analyze the situation. What is this? Is this something in me that needs to be healed? Is this something that is being brought to my attention for a reason? And yes, the answer is yes. That's why it's triggering you, because it's some unresolved issue. And then the next one, okay, is Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. And I believe we had this before. I remember seeing this, and it might have been the very first week that we started reading these cards that we got this Sisterhood of the Rose. Because I remember this woman in the center of the card. She looked so peaceful. It says the Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeing light conscious all over the earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking the path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. You are being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. And I do that all the time. Every day I search for the beauty in something and I take a picture of it and I post it on my Facebook. Whether it's a quote that I saw that I feel is just beautiful, or if it's an animal out in nature, or if it's the sun rising, the sun setting, pictures of the moon, pictures of flowers. I do search for the beauty every day, and I make that my focal point, and it makes your day get off, on the right foot. It sets the tone for your day. And if you could get out in nature, that's especially beautiful too, because you could notice the animals around you, flowers, plants, things that you would not notice if you were indoors and not paying attention. It says you're being called to spend more time in nature, as all the ancient secrets live there. Mother Earth is constantly whispering, spend time admiring her creations, and you will be rewarded with insight and grace. Yes, yes, this really works. It really works. And like I said, I do this every day, whether it's new fallen snow outside, or if it's the sun peeking through the pine trees in my backyard, or if it's a dove that's outside my bedroom window, or if it's deer crossing through my yard. I take a picture, I post it, I share it with people. People gravitate towards that. There's a lot of negative things on the internet these days. We need to give people positive influences. And it says you're being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around you and contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way. This could be through your own creations or in the little things like how you dress or picking flowers for your home. Every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonize the planet a little more and shift the vibration. And the shift in vibration can be felt. Yes, I also create beautiful pieces of jewelry for my own personal use. I do not sell them. And every time I buy some stones or quartz, I always post about it that I'm going to create something beautiful. And exactly that, I'm inspired by the seasons, by nature when I create these pieces of jewelry. So think of ways that you can do something that's going to add to the beauty of your day. And then the last card is Keepers of the Earth. Okay, and the card reads, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And how beautiful is that? We are never alone. Okay, we are being watched over. I truly believe it, by the people in our family, possibly friends that have passed on. Whoever has passed on, I believe, is really looking down, from up above, watching over us, making sure that all is safe and well. And just knowing this is such a beautiful, beautiful thing, because so many people feel that the only people that matter are the people that are in, our world that we could see and talk to and meet with. And it's not so. You could communicate with the other side as well. If you're finding pennies on the ground, for example, okay, those are pennies from heaven. To me, I was taught that that means somebody up there is thinking about you. Somebody up there is, watching you. And yeah, or feathers too. When people find feathers, they believe it's, someone watching over them in heaven, or maybe it's someone who is, you know, spirit guide, friend, family member that has passed on. There's so many people in the spiritual realm, people from back, way back that maybe we never even met, ancestors and things like that that's mentioned on this card. So you're never alone. I really believe that people are, like I said, watching over us. I feel the presence of my grandfather all the time, because he was a very kind and gentle soul. And he's part of the reason why I am the loving, compassionate, caring person that I am. He showed me love and compassion when I was a little girl. And even though he passed away when I was just 11 years old, it wasn't the quantity of time that he spent with me on this earth. It was the quality. And when we were together, it was special. It was special. He has forever left an imprint on my heart. of what a true, sincere, loving, caring person is. And I will always be grateful for him. I have a picture of him here in my home, of me and him. And every time I look at that picture, my heart just feels so calm and at peace. I truly believe he's still watching over me to this day. And the card reads, "You are so supported. You do not stand alone. You have a magnificent team of helpers, both in this world and of the earth, and who are there to help you every step of the way. Call upon them for assistance. They are here to help. The keepers of the earth acknowledge the work that you have done already and are ready to work through you. They bow at your feet and thank you for wanting to stand for them, to devote your life to protecting the earth in your unique way. It is time to increase your capacity to receive support in the physical realm. This can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers, or people flocking to help you and your work. The only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. You deserve to be rewarded for the work that you are doing. You do not need to go it alone. Call upon the keepers of the earth to keep you and your mission. Open your heart and your mind to receiving more than you ever thought possible. What kind of support do you need? Call it in right away. And yeah, call on your angels, especially, because they won't intervene unless you ask them to become involved in whatever your situation is. And they will gladly show you a sign. You'll hear a song on the radio. You'll have an animal cross your path. You'll see triple digits that have hidden meanings and messages that they're trying to send to you. So you're not alone. You're not alone. What a beautiful reading today. If you've enjoyed this reading, please like it by giving it a thumbs up, share it, and above all, subscribe, because I